And welcome back to another Tales of Tribute game. Opponent's going first this time, unfortunately. I do feel like going first is favored in Tales of Tribute, especially when the Tavern, because you have the first pick of the Tavern, and if there's a good card there, then you're at a slight advantage. But anyway, opponent goes Sijic first, which is fun. Let's go Alessia, and let's just pick Ornum this time. I'm just trying to pick different patrons each time and see how we do. This is our second game of the day after that loss 2 games ago. So we're still trying to rush for Rubedite, and let's see what we can. Let's see what shows up. So opponent gets the first pick. Probably Time Mastery is the best one here, although it's not definitely the best one here. It's okay. Opponent picks it up, just fine, and he reveals a Sijic Insight, which is like the better version of Time Mastery, and I'm more than happy to pick that up. So yeah. Unfortunately for my opponent, he reveals a very nice card for me. And unfortunately for me, I reveal a Midnight Raid, so that's not something I want my opponent to be picking up at all, and I know he can afford it. Midnight Raid is definitely the best card. I disagree with going Alessia. You can't ignore Midnight Raid. It's basically Armory. Like, it gives 5 power. A lot of the times, I mean, it's not Armory all the time. Armory does give 5 power too, but a lot of the time, it's something really scary. We do kill the Rebel because I know he has shuffled at least one Soldier of the Empire into his deck, and if he gets Soldier of the Empire, he gets a little bit more value off the Rebel. Picking up Moray House, yeah, I agree with that. That's a great card. That's gonna... I was quite lucky I got my Midnight Raid combo off. You can toss all these bad cards away. And let's see where we go from there. So these are all really not interesting cards. I don't think using Alessia here is helpful because it doesn't advance my board in any way. I do need to get a better economy, and I make the decision not to go Alessia anymore, so I get rid of my agent. This means that my deck will be able to afford the slightly more expensive things. My current plan right now is to be able to afford Dreaming Cave and Sijic Relic Master, and then just keep playing Midnight Raid over and over again. That's my current goal. My opponent is going a bit more heavy on the Alessia. He could start using Alessia more. Doesn't get this. I don't think he gets the Time Mastery combo off here. But with the Harvest Season, could he do it? Not sure. Anyway, we're gonna get another big Midnight Raid combo, and all our economy cards are coming up the next draw. So we should be able to afford at least 1 or 2 good things. Moray House, not so good when I don't have any agents. That's another reason why I wanted to get rid of the Alessia card, because I don't really want to be messing around. And we got another Kepler's Insight shows up, which I would love to be able to pick up if I could afford it, but I cannot. Shuffles another Chainbreaker into his deck, so he's going very, very heavy into Alessia. Chainbreaker's super annoying to deal with because basically I gotta spend power killing them, and that's going against my strategy of rushing my opponent down. But we are still a reasonable amount of prestige ahead of our opponent because of the power of Midnight Raid. So what really matters is, can we pick up these very important Sijic cards to toss our deck? If we can toss our deck and assemble very good Midnight Raid combos, then my opponent is in very big trouble because, yeah, shuffling... Okay, now he has like shuffled like 2 Chainbreaker Sergeants into his deck, so that's gonna be... I should have bought a card first before using that, but at the same time, I could have bought Kepler's Insight, but let's go with Dreaming Key because that's the better card. I could have bought Kepler's Insight, then shuffled my deck, and then maybe I had a higher chance of scoring Kepler's next turn. But anyway, that's beside the point. We don't get our Warsong Midnight Raid combo going now, but I'm gonna pick up Kepler's Insight next for sure. Except my opponent picked it up first, so that's fine. Nothing to do about that. August Council to stack my deck a bit would be fine. Also, Imprisonment will also be fine. We are still trying to rush our opponent down. Picking the Imprisonment lets us just go pure power. That being said, August Council is something my opponent would quite like to pick up, especially since the rest of the Tavern is very, very... I disagree with that pick as well. I don't think you should have... Why go August? That guy doesn't do anything. It just gives you 1 gold and is an annoying agent, I guess. Like, I might not even spend power trying to kill it, to be honest. Anyway, that August Council is worth 2 power, plus the Dreaming Cave is worth another 2 power, plus the Sijic Insight is worth another 2 power, so... We got 6 power in 1 go, and we're shuffling away all the gold cards, so that's not going to help my opponent very much. We don't get our Midnight Raid combo going, unfortunately, but that's still okay. We could even... I'm actually considering using... Oh, what am I saying? I stacked my deck perfectly, so I get my Midnight Raid combo off. Yeah, having Reach in the game is so fun. Being able to draw 1 card for 2 power is a very good deal. Very, very good deal. And we may be able to afford Blood Sacrifice and get another Midnight Raid combo going here if our Dreaming Cave is lucky. If we're lucky, we have the Dreaming Cave. Our opponent is way too... He's messing around way too much. Like, where are all his Chainbreaker captains? He's just not drawing them. He must be very, very unlucky. He does use the reach to find something that gives him a little bit of power, a little bit of combo potential there. But yeah, I mean, the entire top part of his deck is all Chainbreaker Sergeants. So he really was very unlucky, despite all his toss, despite all the toss effects he had in his deck. Ambush coming up is great for us, not so great for my opponent. We don't have any agents in our deck, so it doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's throw all that away. Can we convert our power into our gold into something useful? Is the question. We could pick up the Sigic Relic Master. I mean, I wouldn't use ambush now. I would use it next turn when he's drawing all his stuff. Sigic Relic Master is another tossing thing, which is we already got a lot of toss in our deck. I'm not sure one more is gonna help. Plus, it's an agent which lets him kill it with Mori House, get a little bit of value of Mori House. So I'm not entirely sure that was the correct pick. I could have just used like Sigic to kill it, or use the Alessia power to gain 2 more gold. Use the Alessia power to get 2 more power, and that would bring me just a little bit closer to victory at that point in time. So, opponent uses Orgnum to try to get more power, but he leaves ambush on the field, and to be honest, I'm more than happy to use ambush to kill his agents. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Kill his agents. We got a bit of power. We also got a Sigic power on our side too, so Sigic power or Orgnum. Actually, Orgnum is probably slightly more efficient, and let's kill all his agents. So yeah, we don't get our Midnight Raid combos off now because we bought too many cards. I think I didn't calculate it correctly. I think we were like drawing. No, that's not necessarily true. I mean, sometimes you get your reach combos and sometimes you don't. And right now we're not doing it, but our reach is still worth 3 power every turn, and we are gonna get it at a relatively good pace thanks to our stuff that we got. He's spamming more Orgnum. That's fine. I can spam it back. I think we're if we both spam Orgnum at the same time, I'm gonna be winning that race essentially. One thing we could have done is use Midnight Raid. Midnight Raid would let us draw into Dreaming Cave, which we potentially have let us draw into other interesting things. Not in this case, but because there's only Writs and whatever, but it's another consideration to make. Although that costs us power, which is kind of not the greatest because you don't really want to be paying power at this point. We're like 10 away from victory, so buying that is in an attempt to generate some more power for my opponent, that agent. But we're gonna get the Dreaming Cave combo off here. We got Sigic Relic Master to stack our deck first, and let's just stack our deck really well. Yeah, let's get rid of all those bad cards. Dreaming Cave into Sigic's Insight into Midnight Raid into something good. Yeah, and let's go into Elder Witch after that to set up for our Midnight Raid next turn. And yeah, it's not like we can go for victory now, so we just might as well use Elder Witch. Kill his agent so he doesn't get any combos off. Yeah, we don't want Tithe. I think my opponent may have. I don't think I want my opponent to be going Tithe. Killing that agent so he doesn't get a combo off. Although technically he's not going to get any combos off with Alessia this turn. And that Orgnum Mage is not doing anything for my opponent. It just gives him 1 gold. That he does not want gold at this point. He wants power. 3 toughness. I'm probably just gonna. I mean, if shown on the battlefield, I can just ignore it, or I can kill it with Sigic. There's all sorts of things I can do with it. Question is, can he kill my Elder Witch? Can he kill my Sigic Relic Master? Those are very big toughness agents. He doesn't have Mori House this turn, I think. Just using the Bloody Offering, which is not exactly helpful. Reach into another Alessia Rebel, which is not helpful for him. So my opponent is not generating very much power or prestige this turn, unfortunately. These cards are not very helpful. I mean, the fundamental mistake was not picking up Midnight Raid. I just can't imagine not picking up Midnight Raid. It's as good as Armory. It's just pure power, and my opponent just wanted to go Alessia first instead. The thing about Alessia is you got to consider whether using Alessia to shuffle a Soldier of the Empire into your deck is better, or just buying a card in the tavern is better. And in this particular instance, buying in the card in the tavern was definitely better. 42, we can kill something. 42, yeah, we can kill that. 41, and there's no way, there's no like prestige minusing effects in the game like Regine, so we can just sit at 40 prestige, and I highly doubt my opponent can match this at this point in time. Yeah, I mean, Sometimes it's good to go Alessia first if you think the Tavern is garbage, but the Tavern was clearly not garbage at that point. Like Midnight Raid is, I think, much better than shuffling a random agent into your field. So yeah, lots of nice agents on my opponent's field. I don't really have to care about them because I have managed to basically Midnight Raid and toss my way to victory with some occasional Elder Witch shenanigans. With Orgnum and Alessia on the field, it also lets you generate just a little bit of extra power to go for victory as well. So yeah, at least this game involving Orgnum did not involve like an Orgnum fight where you keep pressing the Orgnum button over and over again. Those are not that interesting, especially when it's clear who has the better deck. Yeah, so nice try from my opponent, just buying some cards, seeing what's left in the Tavern, but unfortunately these cards are not very useful, but that's a nice white straight. So yeah, one more game to Rubedite. Yeah, thanks for watching.